Story of our life. Literally the entire bay, wide ass open.
You see the name?
Asshole
life.
Asshole life?
That was his book.
Oh, well then there you go.
Don't die.
Today was going to be a beautiful day to get out sailing. We really wanted to get some more practice in some heavier winds. And looking at all the forecasts and everything, it said today was supposed to be anywhere from 10 to 15 with some gusts in the afternoon up to maybe 20 miles an hour. So we actually were looking forward to getting out here and really just getting some more practice. The worse the weather is, the more practice we're going to get. So we were actually looking forward to today. It was going to start off nice and easy and beautiful, and then we were going to end up moving into some heavier wind in the afternoon. Now you have to remember, we're still learning here. So a lot of the times when we first start out, we'll just pull the main up and just kind of cruise around for a little bit, see what's going on, see if the wind is acting right, the boat's acting right, everything's working the way that it's supposed to be, checking all our gauges, charts, everything, and just kind of get settled in. I mean, again, we're not in a hurry to go anywhere. And then I'll just kind of take a look around and we'll check everything and double check everything. And our goal today was hopefully to get down past the sky bridge. We really want to try to get down into open water. And we had a nice, good, solid breeze, and it looks like we were doing fine. So we were just going to keep on going and just enjoy this beautiful weather we had this morning.
Ready? Ready?
Okay. Don't believe.
Yep, and this old tacking thing, yep, we are getting as much practice as we can because we want it to be able to become second nature, so that if we do get in a situation to where we really have to go, we want to make sure that we're on top of it, and a lot of it's going to become muscle memory. So we tack back and forth a lot, and it pays off because I think we're actually starting to get a little better at it. But we're not going to say that too loud because we don't want to jinx it. We're up and we're underway. Both sails up.
So for anybody who's going to come on the boat, side note, after we tack, we need to pick up the lines out the floor or off the deck. Not only do we hate it because it looks messy, but also, have you met my wife? She trips over non-cracks. I definitely don't want her tripping over a rope and then going overboard. So we always keep the ropes up. Up. All right, prepare to tack?
Ready.
All right, down with the lead.
And like we've said before, everything that Madeline does, I learn how to do. Everything that I do, Madeline learns how to do. So we take turns at it. You know, granted, most of the time, Madeline is behind the wheel because she has a great ability to be able to judge distance and read the water and feel what the boat's doing. And I'm just sitting here handling a lot of the lines. However, that might not always be the case. So that's why we practice. We both practice. It doesn't matter how hard it is or what the water's like or the condition. We both have to know how to handle this boat because there may be a time where one of us is injured and we may have to single-hand it. So you have to know how to do both jobs. And we'll move on later and we'll do more of just single-handing the boat while the other person is sitting there. Of course, we'll be there ready for an emergency. But other than that, we're gonna have to move on to a level to where we can do this by ourselves. Now, as anybody who's been out on the water knows, forecasts aren't always correct. Now, we knew the wind was going to pick up a little bit, and we wanted to get out there in it because we need to practice when there's higher wind. But we were starting to see it get a little rough out here. We were starting to bob around a lot, and it was getting a little bit harder on the sails and us, just trying to maintain course. And we were almost at the sky bridge, which is our goal for the day. But yeah, in the end, we ended up having to turn back. When we got down there on our final tack ready to go into the bridge, it just got a little too rough. And it didn't matter if we rolled the jib in. We tried just having just a little bit of the jib out. And we, at that point, again, we're learning. We should have probably reefed at that point. But you know what they say, if you're having to think about reefing, it's already too late.
So we were on our way to the bridge. That was our goal for the day, which was to make it to that bridge over there. So we almost got there. And then Madeline says, hey,
There's a bunch of white caps, and then the wind picks up like a lot. That was scary.
so we decided to
Bring in the jib, and we're turning back around. We accidentally jibed a couple times, but thank God our instructor taught us what to do if that happened. So we didn't die. So we're just kind of slowly making it back, respecting the waters. If I see white caps, it's a little bit too much over our capabilities right now. You know, we've only had our sailboat for a few months, so I'm not ready to deal with all that, you know, jumping waves and the wind being too unpredictable. It looks like there's a couple rain clouds forming up here, so if we're gonna get our 3 o'clock shower that we usually get in Florida.
Yep, and I don't feel bad either because there was 2 boats that were following us. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but there was another like probably 30-something foot sailboat that was behind us. It was tacking with us. Yeah. It was tacking with us pretty much the whole way down the channel. We were struggling with it for a while, but it looks like they also turned around and said, "F this."
Once you get white caps, it's not comfortable, and the wind just starts swirling, like it's going right and left, and then it won't tell you anything, and then it'll switch around on you again. So
yeah, it was crazy because then it was like, then it's starting to gust and change at the same time. So it was like we would adjust the sails, finally get leveled off, wham, we get flipped around the other way. It's like, come on, man. It's like, we're just trying to practice. But it was a great learning experience because we learned just how far it can go, you know, so quickly, you know, keeled over from one side to the other. And
when it's
You know, we were able to. Oh, look, here's our little friends.
Oh, hi, baby. How are you?
Oh, I saw them.
Yeah, they're coming. Hi.
No, I don't see them.
Are you gonna follow us or go behind us?
We got it. Yep. This time I'm on it, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, so that was another learning experience. Don't look at the dolphins and pay too much attention when you're running. Yeah.
No, it was kind of a quiet ride back. We had a lot to think about. And it's not like we were mad at each other or anything like that. We were a little frustrated, but it wasn't at each other. It was more of just, we were trying to do things that we haven't practiced yet. So as we learn, we're going to get frustrated. And the learning curve, obviously, is there for a reason. And as long as we're safe about what we're doing and you know your limitations, there's nothing wrong with just saying, hey, you know what? Let's just call it a day. Now, it would be different if we were out and we were doing a passage, but then again, that's why we're practicing, because when we're out there, we're not going to have the choice to turn around and come back unless it gets really, really bad. So we're going to sit down and we're going to discuss everything, and we'll talk about the high points and the low points, and then guess what? We'll go back out and we'll do it even better. That's why me and Madeline work so good together.
So apparently Maddie said she found her spot. And she wants to get a nice cushion for up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna live here.
She said she's gonna live there now.